right. Hello. Good morning, Japan, and good afternoon in America. How's everyone doing today? Yeah? Doing okay? Doing okay? Good. Today we're going to be writing for Viable, which is my Copyleft manga. Oops. I need to... There we go. Make sure everything is lined up right. Boop, there we go. Cool. Yeah. And if you'd like to learn more, unfortunately, Google decided to be silly and made it to where you can't really click on these links. I don't know why, but they're being silly. And they're just like, okay, let's not do that. So that's why I'm a little bit late, because I had to send them my ID verification. So that way they can verify I'm a real person and have the links actually go out to my manga. So that should take a day before that is completely available, which is weird. It's bizarre. It is strange. That being said, yes, welcome. Today I am drinking, the tea that I am drinking today is the milk variety, milk tea. Very yummy, very delicious. I recommend this if you are living in Japan. And it is very addictive, so don't drink too much. Drink in moderation. But do try it. It's very good. I do like milk tea quite a bit, especially if you're from the South and you can't find anything that's sweet. I do like me some sweet tea. So milk tea is a very good alternative. All right. Anyway, so yes, if you're curious about my manga, please go to www.viablemanga.com. You can highlight this right here. Control C, new tab, Control V, and then this will open up. You'll be able to see the copyleft information, what it means to be copyleft. And copyleft basically means that you're allowed to copy, distribute, and make derivatives of my work, so long as your derivatives are also copyleft. So basically, as long as you credit me, as long as you include this copyleft information, and if you make a derivative, meaning it's not the same exact thing. So let's say you do like a voiceover or you do a translation, you also include your copyleft information and you make yours copyleft too. Then you can do whatever you want with it. You can sell it, you can make money, which is great. It's probably the reason why I did that is because I wanted it to where if people wanted to make fan works, they can make money off of it. And yeah, so that was kind of the main goal. Rihanna, hey, happy Valentine's Day, kinda. Yes, in America. Ooh, that reminds me, it's my parents' anniversary. I gotta message them real quick. But yeah, in Japan, it was Valentine's Day yesterday, and I just could not wake up, so I didn't stream. But in yes, in America, it is currently Valentine's Day, even though in Japan it is the 15th. So, but yes, happy Valentine's Day. I did not get chocolates. I did not have a Valentine's, but that is a-okay because I had students who gave chocolates to everybody, and that was really nice. And they gave me some, so yeah, they're really sweet kids. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. And heart. There we go. Okay. Cool. Yes. So anyway, hi, hello, YouTube. YouTube was being weird this morning, which is why I'm a little bit late, about 5 minutes. Is because whenever they were saying that I needed to verify my identity in order for these links to work in the description of the video. And I was like, okay, that makes sense, but it's silly that they waited until now to make you do that. But okay, I guess. So that's what happened. That's why I'm a little late today. But yesterday, I was just so tired from, I think it was from being sick. I think I'm still recovering. But yes, I popped out the tea today. I am drinking the good old-fashioned milk tea. Very good stuff. Yes, so Viable. We're going to be writing. If you would like to see the exact page, if you would like to see the exact page, all you gotta do is go to this Google Drive link. Boop. And then it would be under Story Writing and Drafts. And remember, you can do whatever you want with these. You can ask an AI to make everything sound like a person going ooh woo, ooh woo, like Caleb joked around about a while ago. But yes, here's the chapter. Yeah, we are almost done with the first chapter. That's exciting, super exciting. I decided to play again some dark, classic academia music when you're studying in a large library at midnight. It makes me a little sleepy, but that being said, it sounds dark enough to where, it's kind of a serious, sort of somber sort of music, which kind of fits the theme of Viable right now. We're at the end of the episode, and I noticed that this didn't have any copyright issues on the bottom, so I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but I hope I'm right, I'm assuming that this is copyright free. So yeah, I'm going to be playing that, and if the stream goes down, it is likely due to that, because it happens. I don't know, it's hard to find copyright free music these days, so. But yes, we are continuing from where we left off. Where we left off was Vassa, one of the main detectives in this story. He fell asleep and was having a dream. We are on page 67 out of 75. That's exciting, we're getting so close. Today we're going to finish up the dream sequence and have Vassa wake up, and then we will continue the current case. Will we be able to knock this out today? I don't know. If not today, then maybe Saturday? Maybe not Saturday. Maybe, because I can't think of other days I'm gonna be free. Let's see, tomorrow's Friday, yeah? I could do it tomorrow. Anyway, let's zoom in. Fit. Okay. So last time we read about what happened with his wife, and also what happened during the case that caused him to move outside of Soviet Russia and into Japan, Soviet Japan, a alternate history Japan. I guess that's not Soviet, but Socialist Japan. And yeah. So now, there's a panel of the back of the van with the doll shattered. Vassa, shocked and in tears, cradles the broken doll. Next panel shows him cradling his wife on a hospital bed, sobbing as the doctors leave the room. The next panel shows Vassa visiting his wife's grave in silence, and then the panel afterward shows him with microphones surrounding him for a press conference. Okay, so I guess the main question for today, how do we transition from, not a poll, how do we transition from the dream to the main case? And that's the main question. Because we need to figure out a way to do it that's natural. We need to figure out a way to do it that is, it works. We could have him just open his eyes and suddenly he's awake. But see, it says to make external links clickable, first complete a one-time verification. That's really annoying because it takes like a day. Yeah, so like transition him from the dream to him waking up. Yep. How do we transition? What do we do to transition from the dream to waking up? It needs to be smooth. It needs to be natural. Does he wake up and Hana is just like, we're almost there? Does he wake up and is just like, okay, cool, this is that, right? Did they already capture everybody and he was just sleeping the entire time? That would seem silly, but it would lead us right into the thing, right? We could have, for example, someone saying Vasa in the dream and then Hana saying Vasa in real life. That could be a thing. So maybe during the press conference or maybe during the jump from the press conference, it's his guilt that the nightmare, maybe it's something haunting him that attacks him. That's interesting. Yeah. I got a bug bite that just... yeah, that could work. Maybe it could be a dead child or something, a dead something. We can just have a whole page that has a child that's, or just dead bodies or something, just horrifying, or a doll transitioning into a person. To make the analogy between the doll and the people really clear. Excuse me. That was a bad sneeze, man. Where's my tissues? Ugh. I guess I don't have any tissues. I know I have napkins like these. Where's my napkins? Oh. You ever been in that moment where you gotta find a tissue but you can't find one? That's how I feel. Okay, I'm just gonna use toilet paper. Dear Lord. That was wild. That was a wild sneeze. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, it's everywhere! No, I'm just joshing. Let me flush that down. That was like 4 sneezes in a row. That was something. That was wild. Okay. Sorry about that. Tea. Maybe he gets trapped in a Russian doll or something. Maybe. Let's see. This is going to be the waking up page. I don't like being sickly. Okay. Maybe the reporters turn into dark looming figures. He runs and sees dead bodies everywhere. I was thinking something to where maybe he's not even in the panel. Like maybe like just from his perspective, the dream turns into something wild. Just like maybe looks down in his hand and has blood on it and he notices dead bodies. Should we include dead bodies in the story? Like, should we include like actual dead bodies? Because we're about to show up to the crime scene where there's a dead child. Okay. So here's an idea. Let's just go over the general thing what we're going to be writing today. So we're gonna finish dream sequence. Vasa wakes up. So here's a few questions. Question 1. Is how do we transition from the dream to reality? Question 2 is, does Vasa has the case already been solved by the time he wakes up, or does Hana wake him up when he gets there? I'm assuming she'll wake him up when he gets there. So we'll go ahead and go with that. But how does Vasa go from... Okay, maybe they... It's a raid, yeah. When they raid the building... Nah, I can figure that out. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm still half awake. I'm sneezing my brains out. I kind of want something spooky, kind of creepy. Where it scares the reader more than it even scares Vasa. Ooh. Maybe in the crowd, he sees his pregnant wife holding a child's hand, but as he moves to reach them, he can't. Then Hana wakes him up before he can. Oh, that's sad. That's some sadness. Mm-mm. Okay, shall we make it sad, scary? Oops, wrong one. Eh, eh. New poll. I don't know what would be scary. Notification. Okay. It always bothers me when I have notifications, and I wish I could get rid of them without having to open up everything. Anyway, boop. Yes, both. Both sad and scary. I don't know. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna write down ideas. So Vasa. Jump scare. Maybe a jump scare. I was thinking like a doll in pitch darkness, in a pitch black room. Or maybe a person. Maybe something eerie. Maybe not even like a jump scare, but you're expecting one, you know? A person in a pitch black room transitions into a doll. Maybe his wife, maybe Kaiko. Because it's scary when the character is no longer in the scene. Like when Vasa isn't just not in the scene at all, right? So if it's just, I think that would be eerie. It's like there's this scene, I think it was a horror movie that I saw, where it just focused on the, and then it went back to the main character. I think I'm thinking of Ringu, so the Japanese version of The Ring, where it just focused entirely on the TV screen as it showed the horror video. And you don't really know what the main character is doing. They're just watching the video, it turns out, but you just watch the entire thing with them, I guess. And that was creepy because I was like, oh, this is a video that I'm watching now. It's not the character watching a video. It's we're watching the video together. Cool. That's scary. This is a video that can kill you, apparently, because Sadako is going to come out of the TV screen or something. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen The Ring. But yeah, I kind of want to either have it from the perspective of the main character and not have them in the last scene. So makes it more first person. True. Yes. Immersive. Yes. So it can be Kayako transitioning into a doll. It can be a doll transitioning into Kayako, or a girl into Lucy. Is Lucy going to be in the dream? We can have a doll facing backwards and its head twisting around 180, then transitioning. A horrifying, realistic face. Something like that. Those are possibilities. So that's more a horror aspect. We can have a doll. I don't know. I kind of wanted to be creepy, and I'm thinking of a doll transitioning, but it doesn't have to be that. Like, I also kind of want it to be symbolic. It's like he feels like he couldn't save his baby and his wife, and he sees them in the victims of certain things, of the case or of the children, you know. But I also wanted I to be like, maybe if, yeah. Like, if it transitions into like his actual daughter in the womb, like he sees her, that could be very scary, because she was still a baby fetus, right? So like it would be kind of horrifying, because their skin is kind of translucent whenever they're in the womb still, and they're. But then again, the baby would be much further along. It's like almost 9 months in, right? So nearly at the point of birth, but dying at that point is very tragic. Maybe it was like 7 months, and it was too early for them to be able to save the baby, which is why she died. I don't know. I don't know. When Kayako died, how far along was she, do you think? I think maybe 7 or 8 months in. Because if it was too far in, then they probably could have saved the daughter. But she died too. So, yeah. So I think maybe 7-ish months into the pregnancy would work. Lore. Vassa lore. Sounds like a dinosaur. Vassa lore. It's music, man. It's making me sleepy. No, I'm already sleepy. Okay. Because if it just transitioned into a person, like a young person, yeah, that would be a little too on the nose. But if it transitioned into, let's say, Kayako or the baby, that would be more symbolic. Oh, my parents messaged back. My mom, I think. Thank you, Josh. Happy Valentine's Day. Cool. Um. Okay. I don't know what to do. Let's figure out the end of the nightmare. Yeah, I hate being stuck. I always get myself stuck. Yeah, in the end, Hana does wake him up. That's true. That is true. Okay. Did I like my own video? Yes, I did. Awesome. Okay. How do we end this nightmare? This poor man. Okay, we can have the sound of children crying, babies crying. Maybe add some auditory. Um, Auditory things. Visual. What are the five senses? Touch, taste. We're not doing taste. Sight. Touch, taste, sight. Hear. There's five. And smell. Okay. So let's get rid of taste and smell. Don't really need. If she shakes him awake, we could end the nightmare with shaking or a hand grabbing him. Just like. Just. Hey, just the that scene from Spider-Verse. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that could work though. Should Lucy wake him up? Ah. I think Hana should. Maybe like an earthquake. Doll falling. A girl with a doll transitions into a pregnant kayako in which the earth shakes and she falls off the page. That could work. What do you think? Maybe he sees a building full of dolls. Oh, how about we put dolls around Kayako? Around the other dolls. Like the girl is holding the doll on her tummy, and she's like, she's holding it like this, you know, where it's on the tummy, and then it turns into Kayako, right? Something like that, maybe. And all around her are a bunch of dolls. And then when it turns into Kayako, when the next panel shows Kayako, should it also show the dolls or should it show children? Yeah. I think maybe it should show children. I don't know. But maybe with their faces blurred out or something. Okay. Okay. I am realizing that I'm gonna have to draw all this. Drawing is gonna take a long time. That's okay. It's fun. Yes, very much so. I do like drawing. And it's been a while since I've actually like sat down to draw. Okay, a panel shows a young Japanese girl holding a doll on her stomach, with many other dolls surrounding her. The second panel shows a pregnant Kayako. I'm gonna say with her hands resting on her stomach. And with children around her. Third panel shows the same panel. The fourth panel has them all fall off the page. Page 69, nice. Hana shakes Vasa awake. Drawing is less work for the viewers, though. No more polls, just watching you struggle. Yeah, that is true. Drawing streams tend to be a little kind of boring, actually, for like streaming stuff, streaming-wise. That being said, if I can figure out ways to be more interactive while I draw, I think that would be ideal. You know, I think the first draft is going to be pretty interactive because I'm going to be talking about a comic layout, and where should I put this thing? Where should I put this thing? Should I make a better design for this character? How should I draw this character? Right. So that can create more polls. But yeah, just me sitting and drawing is pretty. It's nice. It's something you can look at the background. But I need to be pretty interactive while I do it, I guess. Should I give Vasa an awoo face in this panel? Yeah. Yes. Just it's imagine I finish doing the manga, and then everybody uses AI art to make all the faces in a woo face in the story. That would be perfectly fine with me. I'm okay with that, despite how silly it would be. That's kind of why I I really want this to be copyleft, so that way people just make a bunch of weird crap out of it. That's kind of the nice thing about it. I'm not much of a storyteller. I think for like my own life, I know that a lot of people can do things like, oh, there's this one guy. He does video game programming and he live streams it, but he kind of goes on different tangents and starts talking about things. I forgot his name. He has very long hair. His name is, oh, what's his name? He got very popular off of the YouTube shorts that he does. And he has a very deep voice, and he always talks like this. I forgot his name, but no, he's incredibly charismatic. He would just open up Microsoft Paint to explain things with drawings, which is just like, that's a great way to get more interactivity with his base. He would just talk to them while he's streaming, and maybe if I work on it a bit, I could also do that. But yeah, it's kind of difficult. Kind of difficult to do constant speaking whenever you're drawing, because drawing does take a lot of focus. I'm sure writing code also takes a lot of focus too. So maybe he's been doing it longer. I don't know, but 6:52. What am I doing? Hana shakes Vasa awake. What was his name? Thor. That was his name. He had a pirate software. That's the name of his channel. Pirate software, I think. Yeah. No, hold on. There's Doug. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's making his own game. He used to work at, he has a lot of stories just because he used to work at EA. I think. No, not EA. Blizzard. He used to work at Blizzard and worked on World of Warcraft. And he's just incredibly charismatic. He'll just, yeah. He opens up MS Paint and just explains ideas or thoughts that he has. About certain things or questions. So, about very specific things too. Very smart guy. Very charismatic. I don't know if I could like emulate him when it comes to like drawing and things, because the way he just explains things is just so unique, and people would know, oh, you're just copying pirate software. I think you've gotten better at streaming though. Thank you, Rihanna. I appreciate that. I've also just been streaming every morning, and I am more productive in the morning, I do think. And I do go on my own tangents about certain things, like, I talked about this Get or Love game for the Nintendo 64 that I really liked. I showed you guys some of that. I showed you some fan art that I made of that I still haven't finished. I haven't really drawn since I showed you guys. But it did kind of show the art style that I'm kind of going for. I talked about the Prince of Tennis and how it's pretty wild and crazy. So maybe I am better than I think I am. But yeah, I think just figuring out how to make good clips that I can make into shorts, and then use those shorts to advertise my live streams, so more people can hop on while I'm drawing, and I can kind of have those, bouncing back and forth between interactions and different things. I would probably make you, Caleb, and Imagine Rejector moderators if you wanted to be. Because you guys have been here, especially you, Rihanna. You've been here since you and Imagine Rejector have been here since the Nisekoi days. So it's yeah, you you guys are pretty awesome for staying here for that long. That's great. And I can talk about anime, and there's a lot of things I can talk about. So I guess I need to give myself more credit. But yeah, the more people who join the streams, I think would be better, for bouncing off different talking points and things. Though I will say I do like the interactions that I do have with the small amount of viewers currently. So, but yeah, the more I stream, I think the better I'll get, just generally. Still working on it. Still working on my mojo, and also I work with kids. So, I kind of had to be a bit more entertaining from that. So maybe that also helped. I don't know. I do not know. But I do like streaming. It is a lot of fun. If I could make it a full-time job, that would be awesome. But I would have to figure out taxes. I don't like taxes. But outside of that, it doesn't really scare me. I do like working with kids, but I don't want it to be my job forever, And I love drawing. Drawing is probably one of my favorite things to do. So, and making stories is also really fun. And these live streams have been a lot of fun for me, especially compared to, and I like the kids. I like working with them, but it's still a job. The management tends to be difficult. And it's Japan, and so it's kind of they have a pretty bad work environment, just generally. So it can be a little difficult and frustrating. But if I just streamed for a living, or if I did drawing for a living, or if I made manga for a living, that would be great. So taxes suck. LOL. Hey Caleb, good to see you. Thanks for hopping in. All your streams have a let's hang out while I work vibe. I remember your Sonic Reanimate streams where you talk while you drew, and it was still engaging. Well, thank you. Yeah, man, that's been a while since I did that. And it's crazy that video, I haven't seen how popular that video has gotten, actually. Let me just pull up a new tab. So the Sonic Reanimated video, the Sega, I think, Sonic commented on it. Oh, what? Where is it? I guess it's not available in Japan. That's frustrating. So they did Sonic Adventure 2. The one we did, though, was Sonic X Reanimated. That was right. But yeah, it might not be available in Japan. Yeah, it's not. Darn. I would have to get a VPN to see how. I can't even see the fruits of my labor. I only had 2 scenes, but what? Why does it show that? Yeah, but sometimes Japan just was like, nope, sorry, can't watch things, and I guess it makes sense because their copyrights are much more strict. But yes, thank you, Rihanna. But yeah, I just wanted to see how many views it had. But so Sonic the Hedgehog's official YouTube commented on it. It was pretty cool, pretty fun, and it was exciting. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm hoping that eventually, because I like streaming, it's a lot of fun. If I could do this more often, I would prefer it, instead of maybe just doing it 2 hours every other day. If I could wake up and do it for up to 6 hours in you know, 4 or 5 days a week. That'd be great, you know. Of course, I would be spending a lot more time editing, you know, videos and trying to make a what's it called? Shorts, those YouTube shorts, because those things are really what advertise the streams. I've noticed. I discovered a lot of streamers just by scrolling through those YouTube shorts, which is basically just TikTok. I mean, there's the Instagram shorts and the YouTube shorts, and those are just TikTok. If you really think about it, it's just TikTok. But that doesn't mean it's not a good advertising place for your channel. 2 million views! Yeah, so that thing blew up. It was nearly as popular as the Nisekoi fan-dub. Speaking of which, I think since I'm in my studio, I can actually find it in my channel stuff. Let me see, hold on. I don't think I deleted it. Channel content, it would be under copyright? No. Archive? Oh, here we go. Yes. Video removed. Yeah, so that was a strike on my channel. I remember that. I don't even think I can see how many views I had. Yeah, it's just unavailable. Let me see. But yeah, if I stream more, I would be able to... Does it not have private videos? Oh, here we go. Yeah, blocked. Yeah, so episode 2 had 780,000 views. That's crazy, man. These things were insanely popular. Episode 1 had 2 million views. Man, it's crazy that I was involved in such big projects. Yeah, so blocked, removed by YouTube. Part 2 was just like, nope, sorry. That had 300,000 views before it was removed. Episode 2 had 700,000 views, and I uploaded it on my birthday, 2015. Wow, that's crazy to think about. These are all my copyrighted or privated videos. That includes copyright in it. That's wild. Man. Anyway. Not sure if I can comment links here. Maybe that's suspicious. I'm not sure if you can. But even if I clicked on it, it would say this video is not available in your region. I can probably find it on Google even, right? Sonic X reanimated. If I just Google it, it will probably show up. And then say, oh wow, they have a IMDb page. Yeah, that's the video. That's crazy. It has an IMDb page. What is this? What is this mess? It's crazy. But yeah, so they put the... Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Wow. Gotta go fast! Yeah. Listening to this music, this somber music, while I'm looking up Sonic X Reanimate. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. So I had 2 scenes on that. That was fun. Let's get back to writing Viable. So I don't... Yeah, so I was involved in some pretty big projects. I would say like everything that I've been involved with probably has like maybe 5 or 6 million views. Like all total together, you know, whether it be Nisekoi or the Sonic X projects, um, that's pretty good, I think, you know. I kind of left my mark there, I would say. Even though some of them didn't last, like Nisekoi, all those views are gone, they're wiped off of YouTube. Um, but, you know, it's been so long now that my channel's basically copyright free. It's just like, oh, hey, you're good to go. You have no copyright violations. I'm like, oh, thanks. It's like, I have no copyright violations because I didn't post anything for years. Let's see. One thing, in order to make money, they changed their requirements for earning on YouTube a while ago. And so if I want to make money off of YouTube and have that instead of my current job, or work part-time as an English teacher instead of working full-time like I currently do, I have the eligibility, I just don't have the views, right? So I don't have enough. I need 3 million shorts views or 3,000 public watch hours. With the live streaming I'm doing, I have 94 public watch hours from starting, you know, the last 365 days. So that would be February 14th of last year. Those are some rookie numbers. We need to get those up. But no, it's with that, I would be able to monetize it, not worry about, you know, not worry about, what's it called? Not worry about copyright infringement, because this is my drawing, my work. It's original, which is great. And so if I can just do that, then I can be relieved of the Japanese work culture, and I can, which kind of sucks, but I can actually like earn American dollars, which is worth quite a bit more than a Japanese dollar. Like I said, $8,000, which is what the goal is for the second chapter of Viable, could pay my rent for a year. Because whenever you think of yen versus dollars, you usually think like, oh, 100 yen is about $1, right? But that's changed a lot since you know, way back when that was true. So let's look up $1 versus yen. Yeah, so $1 is 150 Japanese yen. So it's basically $1.50 for every American dollar I make. I would make basically the same amount and a half. That's crazy to think about. And so 100 yen is 66 cents in USD. But the price of living is about the same. If you were to say the price of living in Japan, I would say, oh, 100 yen is around what you would get with a dollar. But if I make American money versus if I make Japanese money, because currently I'm making Japanese money in my Japanese job, and I make a good amount. I live, you know, I live basically lower middle class, and I'm a single guy in my 20s, so it's not that big of a deal. And also I'm a teacher. And so I make slightly above average for people my age here. And that's off of Japanese yen. If I made American dollars through streaming or through, you know, Viable, if I make money off of that, then that would be a much better, you know, bang for my buck, I guess. It would be worth my time to do this much more often, much, you know, frequently, right? And I can hang out with you guys, which is a lot of fun. I can basically create my own clock in and clock out schedule. I just need to make sure to follow it instead of sleeping in like I have been recently. And there's a lot I could do that way, you know? So that's kind of why I'm excited about this. I would like this to be a job for me if it could be. So that's kind of the dream, you know? But right now it's just like, oh, well, I'm having fun streaming. I'm going to do this whether or not it's a job. It's fun. I feel like I can actually get things done. I feel productive versus if I just wake up, go to work, go home, and just lays around. I don't feel productive at all. Yeah, I did work. I taught kids, but that was it, right? Here, I feel like I'm actually being creatively productive. I can, even though I've gone on a huge tangent about this, and we only finished one page today so far. We have another hour and 15-ish minutes. But yeah, I feel like I can be much more productive if I can get this off the ground and it be a viable roll credits, a viable job opportunity. So that's why I'm kind of excited about this on a monetary front, but also I'm just excited to draw again. It's just fun, and I want to get better at this so that way maybe I can do it full time. So, Lord willing. But anyway, Hana shakes Vassa awake. Okay. So should we start with a panel of his eyes opening? I feel like that's a bit cliche, but I think we should show Lucy. Should we show Lucy's reaction? Whole time. I like how I went from, oh, I made millions of views, haha, I'm successful, but I'm also broke, to, let's do a poll on whether Lucy saw the dream. But yes. And thank you for always showing up, Rihanna and Caleb. Yeah. And Imagine Rejector too, wherever he is. It's been very helpful, and I feel much more productive with people, talking with people. Like I'm making decisions, I'm bouncing ideas off of you guys. It's not just like, okay, maybe this will work, and then I write it in, and then later someone's like, oh no, this sucks, and I'm like, oh okay. This one is like, okay, I'm gonna give you an idea, and you guys can tell me if it sucks or not, which is fine. And then you can be like, oh okay, this is a good idea, or this is a bad idea, and we can bounce off of each other. It's just a lot more fun. Caleb says, oh, Rihanna says, no problem. Caleb says, I don't show up as often, but I'm glad I can swing by when I can. And Caleb, I miss you. I always do miss you, you know, because unlike Rihanna, I know Caleb in person, right? I've hung out with him. I've played games with him. I was a part of Brobits, which is Imagine Rejector. Hey, I was just talking about you. Thanks for showing up, man. Man, this is great. He said, sure, it'd be cool to see her reaction and what she thought of it. It'd be a good way to cut back to the story, deepen the mystery, and deepen their connection. Yes, exciting. Yeah, so I know Caleb in person. I played video games with him on Brobits, which was a Let's Play channel for a good bit, and then it kind of merged with his own channel. Speaking of which, you guys should subscribe to Caleb, Calibrated Gamer. He's a really funny guy, one of the funniest guys I know, and he's incredibly witty. And I highly recommend, if you like Let's Plays, to hop in. He does charity events for type 1 diabetes. To what's it called? The other stuff. To fight against type 1 diabetes. He doesn't want type 1 diabetes. No. I forgot the charity name, but he does live streams for it on his Twitch as well. So if you have a Twitch, you can follow him there. And yeah. Caleb says, I miss you too, buddy. Miss the good old days of the Let's Plays and whatnot, but I'm loving following this journey of yours. Thanks, Caleb. And Imagine Rejector says, happy if I can help. I'm happy when I can help. Dude, you've been a huge help. Basically, you and Rihanna and Caleb have been incredible in bouncing ideas off of and like refining my always fun when we're all here. Yes, it is. Refining my story, basically. So I'm gonna erase this. And so if I would say, like, I might be the hammer that's smashing the sword, right? But you guys are like the fire, you know? Does that make sense? I feel like I wouldn't be as productive, or yeah, technically I could just smash away and hope that the iron would eventually become a sword, but y'all are helping me through this, so it makes it very JDRF. That's it. Caleb says, I do stream charity events for JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Actually doing a bit of an interview with them someday in March. Exciting! LOL, I meant to type 2 different sentences but got distracted, so I wrote the same thing twice. Basically, no worries, man. No worries. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a blast just having everyone here. Yeah, man, love being here with y'all. Absolutely. Feels good, man. Feels good. Okay, so Lucy. A panel shows Lucy's reaction to Vassa's dream. Should she be crying? She's a girl. She's a little girl. She probably can't handle the stress and the pain of it all. It might be overwhelming for her. Yeah. Whole time, should Lucy cry? Somber. Okay. Yeah, I love these polls. I love the fact that YouTube integrated it, so that way I don't have to use like Streamlabs or a different site or something. I'd cry. I think nightmares in general scare kids. That's true. We haven't seen that side of Lucy yet. It would be interesting. Yeah. So maybe in the dream, we could include crying, and the crying would be from Lucy. Kids are loud when they cry. Kids are very loud. I've been around crying children, and when they cry, they bawl. They I chose no, but I changed my mind. Very good. So we got 3 yeses for cry. So yeah, I think we should include it in the nightmare. You just said somber. I could imagine Lucy. That was a very somber story. While crying. Yeah. Yeah, because she might have said the word but not know how to say it. Kids are so cute when they do that stuff, man. Yeah. There was the kid, so I was working with kids yesterday, and one of the answers of the question started with the word her, right? And in Japanese, they don't really use what's it called? Gendered pronouns. So they don't use she, he, or her, or him. But they do use like names typically, or they refer to each other as like, kimi, anata, which is like you, right? They just say you. And so whenever one of the answers included her in it, like her name, they thought I said the word for. And so like 3 kids out of the 5 wrote for what was it? Fur name. They thought I said fur instead of or for, and it was really funny because they all had the same answer, but it was wrong. Maybe when the panel shakes, it starts raining, or panel fills with water. Well, it's shaking because Hana shakes him awake, right? We can have it rain. Yeah, let's have it rain. In the rain, I walk in the rain. in the rain. Have you ever heard that song? That's from Cowboy Bebop. There was so my friend, I think it was Ryan. My friend Ryan gave me a Cowboy Bebop CD for my birthday or Christmas. I don't remember one year, and I think it might have been the end credits. Hold on. Would it be... Kids usually are loud when they're crying. But it could be after... Like, she could be sniffling. Because sometimes kids, they're sucking their thumb and they're like... And they're like hiccuping and sniffling. How about Lucy jumps onto... Vassa. Yeah, kids love to cuddle, and they love to be like in close proximity. There's been so many times when kids just sit on my lap, and I tell them I'm not a chair child. they're like they hop on my leg, and they just continue doing what they're doing, because it's like daycare, right? So I'm helping them through daycare and playing with them, playing Legos or talking with them in English. And they'll just randomly just sit on my lap, and I'm like, is this a chair? They're like, no. Some will say yes, and I'm like, no, I'm not a chair. Because they're not allowed to sit in my lap. I don't care. I'm not going to get onto them for it, but I do think it's funny how often they do it, how often they just randomly hug you, you know? Kids are so sweet. They're also really annoying sometimes, but they can... they're a range of emotions. So I can imagine, like, grabbing, hugging Vassa. The panel shows Lucy jumping onto Vassa to hug him. And she cries. Nothing makes me feel more bad than watching a kid cry, unless they did something stupid and they deserve it. And then, in which case, I'm just like, why are you crying? This is your own fault, you know? Sometimes they'll, like, you know, they might fall and they hit their head, or they, like one kid, she tried to jump on my back, and they do that too. That scares me because I can't really see them, right? But one tried to jump on my back, missed around my neck, right? And so their hand slipped off my shoulders, and she banged her head against the corner of a wall. And that I felt bad, because I felt like that was my fault, but she was just being stupid. You know, that was her own fault. But I still, like, gave her a hug and was like, it's okay. You know, it's not your fault. She's like 7. Yeah. Anyway. Kids will do things. And I always feel bad when they cry. But if they're like being dumb, right, they're trying to get attention or something, sometimes they'll fake cry. And I know when they're fake crying, and I'll be like, you know, it's just, and they'll be like, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, I love working with kids. They're sweet, they're fun, they're balls of energy. They take a lot out of you, but they're just really cute. It makes me want to have my own kids one day, for sure. Okay. I kind of just want to have a big panel of Lucy crying. Yeah, I think that would be fine for this page. Or maybe, hold on. Oh, why does my chair always fall when I'm reaching upwards? Trying to grab a manga. Okay. I forgot if it was the left side that's odd or the right side that's odd when you're reading manga. So page 1, page 2, page 3. 3 is on the left side. Okay, so we're gonna have the crying panel be on an odd page. So we'll have that. Okay. So we'll just have that there. Somner. I want to include that somehow. I don't think she would know what the dream means. It might have just scared her. Like, you can read a person's mind, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can know what they're actually thinking, I guess. Maybe you can feel the mood, right? Like for example, if you're talking to a person, like a person talks to you, right? That doesn't necessarily know everything that's going on. You don't know their feelings, you don't know their motivations. And even if you do, you might not understand it, right? So Lucy, I think, I don't know, what did we decide? We decided this a while ago. What did we decide? I think we decided, because she understands his thoughts, right? She understands, that we decide that she understands what he's thinking, even though it's in a different language. That's what we decided, right? No? I don't remember. Ugh. I remember we took like a whole half a stream to figure that out. That was a while ago. That was like a month ago. Yeah, I agree. She saw the dream, but she doesn't know the whole picture. Yeah. Because there's things about Vasa. He just, I don't know. He thinks in Russian. Did we decide that we decided she can understand his thoughts, but sort of through his feelings, not what he's actually saying. Okay, so Lucy can, I gotta write that down so I don't forget. Lucy can understand Vasa's thoughts and how, so not literally, because she can't speak Russian. But, why did the caps lock? But through his feelings. Okay, and so, does she know what the dream means? She probably doesn't realize that the dolls were children. She might just have like a feeling, for example, that the dolls are just dolls. She might think, oh, he really loved these dolls and it broke and he broke a doll, he was crying. I cry when my toys break too, you know. Maybe that's what she was feeling. She definitely saw the wife die though, and that would make her cry. And also, sometimes children, they can't really connect that toys are toys. They personify them, and so they kind of immerse themselves into thinking, this is an actual person, or this is this is a thing with feelings, and it feels this way, and they decide what it feels for them when they play, which is fine. It's a normal part of childhood development. Some people are, oh, the kids are schizophrenic. No, it's just they don't understand the concept of inanimate objects and how they don't actually feel things. And so it helps whenever they play with toys like that. It helps them become much more empathetic as people, And that's why I do recommend that children play with toys, whether that be, you know, boys with action figures or girls with dolls. Not to be like, you know, specifically like gendered or whatever, because, you know, if boys want to play with dolls, whatever. But yeah, like for example, I grew up with stuffed animals. I have a lot of stuffed animals. My brother grew up with action figures. He had a lot of Dragon Ball Z toys and stuff. He would get so mad when I would like bash the action figures together, or when my sister would to like take off the head of one and put it on the body of another. He hated that. And you know, contrary to his appearances, my brother is incredibly empathetic. He or at least sympathetic. Yeah, whenever my grandfather passed away, for example, I was surprised by how comforting my brother was. I didn't expect him to be that way. Yeah. So, and that I think is a result of like childhood development. And of course his personality. He's much more reclusive than I am. He's much more, you know, introverted than me. I think that also has to do with childhood. He had a completely different childhood than I did. I had a very, you know, socialized, you know, pretty happy childhood. He was constantly worried about, you know, a bunch of factors, being bullied and different things. He was really stressed out as a child, more stressed out than he needed to be. He was the oldest too, so that's why our personalities are different. But we're, you know, Caleb knows both of us, so he knows that we're both brothers, right? We have similar personalities in some ways, but in other ways we're complete opposites. But yeah, so maybe, like, all that being said, maybe Lucy sees these dolls in his dreams and thinks and is upset about them because they break, you know, and they she sees Vassa being sad, and she feels sad too because she understands that feeling of her toys breaking. You know, it's like, oh, that's it's really sad. Yeah, you can't fix it. I want to include that somber line. You know how she says somber instead of somber. Looks sad, bro. Somber. How did you spell it? I think you spelled it that way, but I'm not. I don't remember. Hold on, let me look at your chat. Somber. I don't know how I got into child development. Somner. Sombner. 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 Somner. That name is so somber. Maybe not dream. Did she? That was so somber. Let's go. Okay. So, Vassa's face looks somber. That was so somber. Lucy cries. Vassa chuckles. He looks at Hana. Let's go. Okay. So, that was only the top of the page. We show policeman in riot gear. 5 pages left. Let's go. Do policemen wear riot gear when they do raids? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, time for the action. Yes. We show policemen move to the... Was it a warehouse? Is that what we decided? Or was it... I think it was a warehouse, yeah? Yeah, I think it was a warehouse. The car making house thingy. Okay. Do warehouses... What do warehouses look like? Do they have doors? They have garages? Warehouse. No, not shopping. I don't want to buy a warehouse. I want pants that are called warehouse. I want an image of a warehouse. Give me images. Google. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so they kind of have like a garage looking thing. Yeah. So I'm thinking like they line up here on the side of the wall, yeah? Let's flippin' go! Yes. Ooh, I'm excited. 5 more pages, guys. 5 more pages. We've been writing for basically 2 months. We're almost done. And then we're gonna start on our rough drafts. Man. Ah, that's exciting. I'm out of tea. I drink the whole bottle. Line up on the wall near the door. We have an establishing shot. That shows the policeman line up on the wall near the door. Vassa is on one side of the door, and Hana is on the other side. Vassa shakes his head. Towards Hana. And a... What's it called? Those things that bash doors open. Thing that people use, not that that SWAT uses to break down doors. Halligan bar. Claw to the pig. No, it's not a lever. It's like a battering ram. That's it. Should we use a battering ram? Vasa shakes his head towards Hana. And she gestures towards the policeman as they bring in a battering ram. Okay. Maybe they should check the door, see if it's unlocked first. She gestures off the panel. A battering ram. I like the idea of like no dialogue sort of scenes. Those are fun to me. I include quite a bit of those no dialogue scenes. They're just fun. She gestures off the panel, so like she's just like, you know, doing this, and then after another panel shows Hana getting ready, and a third panel shows a battering ram going past her head, going past her towards the door. Page 71. The door shows the cops come in flooded, yeah? Everybody on the ground. This is the police. Everybody on the... Should I say hands up or on the ground? All right, minute details. Let us do this, yeah? Okay. Okay, we got 1 vote for on the ground. Let's see how many votes we got. Yeah, 1 vote for on the ground. Everybody hands up. Everybody on the ground. On the ground sounds pretty cool. What would the Japanese police say at the time? Very good question. Japanese police procedures. To break down doors. Why is that a suggested thing? Hands up, on the ground. I don't know. What is it called? A raid? What do Japanese police say during raids? Google knows. Google knows everything. For a search, the police are showing up with a warrant and they intend to collect evidence. In a raid, the police may be intending to arrest the suspect, depending on the urgency of the situation. They may or may not take off their shoes. Or they may put on shoe covers. I don't have first-hand experience. Is that the question? The special hire police's job was to hunt down communist elements and other anti-patriotic elements with extreme prejudice. What? That was a thing? This would be the opposite of what we're doing here. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what they say though. I think it's just depending on the person. They raided the offices of a religious sect. So it's happened before. I don't know. I'd have to like ask a person who's been raided by the Japanese police. This is the sort of research that you can probably only find if you look up videos or if you know a person, if you know a guy. I don't think Google will tell us. Because they say that they raid stuff, but they don't say what they say when they raid it. So on the ground probably won anyway with majority rules. A majority of 1 though. Yeah. I think on the ground is fine. It makes sense, yeah. Okay, what should they try to do? Should they try to run away? Like the people in the building? We can end this question. Let's add a new question. Okay, if some workers try to run away, do they get shot? Do they just die? I would assume that the kid is somewhere in a car. Because it is a warehouse, right? And it's a car warehouse. It's a vehicle warehouse specifically for Mitsubishi. And so either he's in an office or he is in a car. That's kind of like the only two options I can think of. That is a good poll question, though. Oh, don't hide chat. Come on. Come on. Oh. All right, we got to vote for car. Yeah, because that way Vasa can see the boy and get really angry. Yeah, so do some of the workers try to run away? Or do they just comply? What do you think? It'd kind of be like when the trafficker put the kid in the vehicle, too. Yeah, that's true. Ooh, ooh, these parallels, man, that's wild. They try to scatter. Yeah, I think so too. Okay. A panel shows them trying to go through a second exit only to be caught by the police. Was it the brother of the dealership who was the main guy? Who is Vasa gonna kill? Like, Vasa's gonna kill somebody, out of rage, but because he promised the dealership guy that him and his brother would have protective custody, and if his brother just works there. Anyway, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. Okay. 30 minutes. The panel shows Vasa through the perspective of a car window. Maybe while they're subduing the brother on the ground, he tells, "You're too late," and upon realizing that's true, Vasa shoots the brother. He looks in. Hmm. And that triggers him. Maybe the brother has a villain moment where he explains how kidnapping the boy was only a step towards his rebellious schemes. It was never about the ransom, so they didn't care if the boy had passed. I kind of just don't want to show the boy. I kind of just want to have Vasa's reaction be it. So the rebels wanted the politician to resign, under threats of, it's a hostage situation, right? And so they kidnapped the boy, who originally just wanted to join the rebels, but the rebels didn't care. They just took him and hid him and used him as basically bait, despite him needing medical attention, obviously. He was more of a means to an ends for them rather than a potential ally. And so their schemes was to get the politician of the father of the boy to resign. And he's dead. The boy died. And so whether he resigns out of grief or out of, out of obligation for his son, because he needed to, they didn't care. They just wanted him to go. He was a doll to them, a pawn. Yes, he was a pawn. I want Vasa's reaction to be one of shock, sadness, anger. So shock / horror, sadness. So why propose a ransom if they wanted him to step down? Or was him stepping down the ransom? Yeah, him stepping down the ransom was... I'm sorry, him stepping down was the ransom. They told him to yeah, that's what it was. It was resign or your son. Maybe we should only have 2. And it'd just be shock, horror, and then the whole page would be just his rage. Let's do 3 still. 3 panels underneath. Show Vasa's reaction transitioning from shock / horror to sadness. Have you ever seen... There's a panel in Bokuben, Bokutachi wa Benkyou ga dekinai, of what was her name? It was Fumino. Of her face changing. And became a meme, I think. Yeah, that one. Yeah, this became a meme. Her face changes from happy to to distressed. Yeah, in the manga it was this. It was dun dun dun. Yeah. What was this exactly? Oh, she saw that he was in the suit. That was right. He was in a suit giving a massage, and in the manga. Let me show this. He was in a suit giving a massage in the manga, and she was really happy. It was a really good massage, and she was like, "This is a great service. This is wonderful." And then the boss comes in, takes off his suit helmet, and he's just like, "Oh, hey," and then her reaction goes from happy to distressed. That's the funny thing. I kind of want that, but not funny. For Vasa, I want it to be shock and horror to sadness. Yeah. So that's kind of what I want. And then from sadness, he gets into anger. So the next panel, next page, I think is going to show his anger. Oh, we're so close. Vasa is angry. Big panel. We might be able to finish. Yeah. Hana looks proud. She announces to Vasa, these are all the ones involved with kidnapping. I'll say directly involved. These are all known rebels. Who are directly involved with the kidnapping. They've admitted to it. These cowards have no... These cowards are even proud of what they have done. These cowards didn't take much interrogation. Yeah, the last page is just him shooting. And then he started shooting, see? Then he started popping some caps. Goodness gracious, man, we're here. We are here. Yeah, bang. Roll credits. They're the types to not they're the types who think The other types, they think that what they did was for the greater good, that they had. Vasa is angry. I like that page 73 is just Vasa is angry. Oh man, this is about to get cold. Good work, Hana. The last page, fellas. Okay. The narration panels. Mirror the opening of the chapter of how a single life can affect the course of history. While this is spread throughout the page, we see Hana's pride dissipate as the background behind her lights up. The bang. Something I think we can explore in the future is that if the rebels wanted him to step down, they have a leader they want to prop up, and they might never learn who that person is. That is a good idea. Yes. So exciting. Oh, I'm excited for the future of this. As the background behind her lights up, and a bang. With the sound of gunfire. While this is spread throughout the page, we see Hana's pride dissipate as the background behind her lights up with the sound of gunfire. And become I can just imagine an enraged Hana in later chapters shouting, "We'll never learn who the rebels were supporting because of your rampage." I just know whatever she tells them, there'll be drama. Oh yeah. This is a moment. This is a key moment. A reaction of shock and horror as the background lights up to the sound of gunfire. The final shot is of Vasa from a downward angle, pointing a gun with smoke coming out. Need to remember these ideas for if the next chapter gets to come out. Exciting. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Oh my gosh. We finished it, yeah? From here, we can start working on the rough sketches. Yeah. And of course, Vasa has the legal authority to execute people. That's just something he has. He has done that before in Russia, not nearly to the extent that he's doing here, but like even I would assume that even his superior says, "Man, you went too far here." But Vasa uses pat on the back, Josh. Ayo, everybody, give yourselves a pat on the back. We have finished writing the first rough draft of the first chapter. We're going to continue drawing what they call a name in Japan. They call it a name. If you've ever read, what's it called? Starts with a B. Bakugo. It was by the same people who made Death Note. I think it's Bakugo. Is it Bakugo? No, that's the name of My Hero Academia. Bakugan? Bakuman. That's it, Bakuman. If you've ever read Bakuman, which is a anime and manga about writing manga, then this is really inspirational to me growing up. If you've ever read that, made by the same creators of Death Note, you'll know that the name of the rough drawings is called a name. So we're going to be doing the names, or the rough drafts of the rough drawings of the manga starting next time. Yeah, man, that's great. That's fun. I'm gonna write some. I'm gonna say this as notes. Notes. I'm gonna make this italicized, but not just notes there. Notes. Hiro Mashima will say, "I just drew the name for whatever chapter on Twitter." Yeah, yeah. So they call them names, basically the rough draft. So I'm familiar with it. Yeah. But yeah, there we go. That is the ending here, man. It just goes hard. I love it. I love how it just ends with him being a savage. Oh my gosh, that took a long time to write all this. Wow. So yeah, we're gonna be drawing the names starting next time. Yeah. It's either gonna be next week or this coming. I have something coming up this Saturday, but I could probably do it this Friday. I like how 75 pages was just enough. Yeah, yeah. It ended perfectly on the dot. It's just, yeah, I planned it to be 75 chapters. It's the equivalent of 3 chapters. Chapter 2 will be 25. Next time on Via Ballsy. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Next time, we will begin drawing the name rough draft for the manga. Let's go! Yes, that is so exciting. Also, I need to say I should feel. That's why. I should feel free to edit anything and use this story writing story as a rough draft. As a rough draft for the name. I should feel free to edit anything and use the story writing as a rough draft for a name, a guideline. Things may change. Whew. I think there was a time where Josh was uncertain if he'd fill 75 pages, but so much happened in between. Yeah, I was not sure if I could make this into 75 pages. This is so exciting. That's so crazy that I just have like page, 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 page. I didn't think I would get this far. Um, that just fleshed things out so deeply. Yeah, we talked about things. We learned a lot about the characters. Um, yeah, there's just so much going on. We didn't have that many double pages, actually, now that I think about it. So that might change whenever I do the name. But yeah. So I think the last double page was page 26 with Lucy saying bang. Um, yeah. But man, we did so much like character building, so much more than I thought we would. Um, and yeah, it's been so fun. It's been so fun just hanging out with you guys and doing this. And we ended right at the right moment. It is time for me to go to work, right? We ended this right at the last second. So if you guys are interested in editing this at all, not saying you should, but if you're interested in it, you can make a copy again by going to the description and opening it from the document files for my manga. Just copy this and paste it, and then it'll be in story writing slash drafts. Story writing slash drafts. Okay, so I'm going to be using this as a guideline. The synopsis is completely different than um, than what we planned to. Everything just lined up today. That was so fun. This is great. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for hopping in and helping me through all this. Bouncing ideas off you. Um, it's just been so fun. It was a blast, you know. Um, and I'm looking forward to the next one. We're gonna start the name. We're gonna start the rough draft drawing. Oh, actually, I need to draw character designs for Hana and Vasa. I need to redraw Vasa. So maybe we'll do that next time. Or character designs. So I'll let you guys decide that. And we talked off tangent a lot today too, but still we finished everything. Yeah, that's true. We did. So yeah. So next time, you guys think about what you want to see next time, whether it be the name, which is rough draft, or character designs, or both. We can do both. That's fine. I'm cool with that. And yeah, we'll continue on next time. I'm excited. Oh, when should I stream again? I should do it. Maybe tomorrow. What day is it today? Yeah, tomorrow's my day off, so maybe I can stream a bit longer. Okay, I'll try to wake up tomorrow and stream, but if I can't wake up, then I'll probably do it later tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Someone should make a Viaball Z where Vasa does martial arts and searches for the Viaballs, each having a different Lucy face to wish for cases to be solved. Dude, that would be hilarious. Oh my gosh. Do it. Somebody, please. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.